Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is an update on the Nigerian Football Federation, and Nigeria will be taking part in the AFCON 2022 qualifiers as well, contradicting further reports that many players were calling for a strike on not playing for the Nigerian Super Eagles. The games will go ahead and there will be no strike from any players. The Nigerian Football Federation has revealed the venue for the double header against Sierra Leone, and it is what I'll be revealing to you today in today's video. Also, we'll be talking about Ghanaian player. He is in the person of Rahman. Now, Rahman, we all know what happened with him in Chelsea. It was quite unfortunate. He has not been given playing time. He has not even been named in the squad, and he has been relegated to the under-23s of Chelsea. We'll be talking more about that today. As usual, subscribe if you haven't, click on the notification bell to get more updates. So Nigeria will be facing Sierra Leone in next month's AFCON 2022 qualifier. And now the games, initially they were not sure where they could play the games because the venue was not set yet, and they were contemplating if the AFCON qualifiers would even come off in November. Coming off, they will, and players will be called up and the game will go ahead. And now the venue for the game by the Nigerian Football Federation has been picked as Benin City, the host city for next month's 2022 African Cup of Nations with Sierra Leone as a double header, and the home clash will be played in Nigeria first. And now the Federation, which earlier said it was looking at either Benin or Asaba for the duel at the weekend, confirmed it will hold at the newly refurbished Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, Benin City. And now the match will be the first big event at the stadium, which was refurbished for the Edo 2020 National Sports Festival. The stadium is also the first to acquire video assistant referee gadget, a facility bought by the Edo state government ahead of the 2020 National Sports Festival. The Nigeria Football Federation Assistant Director Ni Ademola Olajire said the NFF is still working around the clock to ensure the success of this qualifier, adding that it has set up a monitoring team to keep close tabs on events across the country to ascertain if the qualifiers will be played or not. Now, meanwhile, the Super Eagles, former Super Eagles defender Ifeanyi Udeze, has urged the Super Eagles not to allow the recent crisis, we all know, the NSAS protests and everything, to affect their performance in the game against Sierra Leone. He believes a good outing against Sierra Leone would help the country deal with the effects of the recent protests and series of crises witnessed across the country. This is what he said. Make no mistake, the game against Sierra Leone will be tough. The Eagles should not underestimate the Sierra Leoneans because of the results of past outings against them. The Eagles, Super Eagles of Nigeria, that is, need to book the AFCON ticket to keep Nigeria football alive, he said. So Nigeria will be playing in Benin City at the newly refurbished stadium there in Edo State. It is called the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, and it will be quite interesting to see how the game goes over there. Benin City it is, and Nigeria will be facing Sierra Leone in a double header. The first leg will be played there before the next game will be played in Sierra Leone's Freetown capital. So that is it there on the front of the Nigerian Super Eagles. They are pumped and ready to go, contrary to other reports that were coming in last week when the tensions were high in Nigeria that the games would not take place and players would boycott it and everything. I think it will go ahead. If anything changes, I will update you guys accordingly. But now the venue is set. Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, Benin City, is the venue for Nigeria versus Sierra Leone. My next story has to do with Ghanaian player Rahman. We all know Rahman from his time at Chelsea. He started here in Ghana, and unfortunate that it hasn't gone well with him. Injury ravaged career. He had a great time in the French League, and that earned him a call up into the Black Stars, but it hasn't been great viewing for the Ghanaian. Chelsea brought him back after his spell with RCD Mallorca, where he suffered an injury before coming back. He has been with Chelsea in training, but in recent times he has not been named in any of Chelsea's squad for any match day whatsoever. And on 20th of October, when the final squad list was sent to the FA for the Premier League squad for at least until January, he was nowhere to be found. Now, Rahman has not been included in Chelsea's squad, and that could only mean one thing. Where is he? Well, he has been relegated to the under-23s of Chelsea. Now, Ghana's Rahman will spend time with Chelsea's under-23 side at least until January. And now the left back could not secure a club move in the summer outside of Chelsea, and a move to Championship side Middlesbrough could not materialize, leaving the player with no option than to join Chelsea's under-23s, with coach Frank Lampard also leaving him out of the 25-man squad for the Premier League season. The 26-year-old has been forced to join the second team in a bid to keep himself active. Now, Rahman was in action for Andrew Myers' side over the weekend and played 71 minutes in their 3-1 loss to Liverpool's under-23. The Ghana international is likely to force a move away from the club in January transfer window. He returned to Chelsea at the end of the season-long loan deal with RCD Mallorca. Chelsea in the past have loaned him out to Schalke and Stade Riem, and it has not been plain sailing for this guy who has had an injury-ravaged career. It's quite unfortunate what is happening to him. Our players are really going through it. But this is an injury issue. He is injury ravaged, and that has not helped his career in the least bit at all. So now he's with the under-23s, took part in a game over the weekend. We hope he gets back to a club that will need his services. The left back Rahman. That is the latest on his front. So that has been it for today. Nigerian Football Federation have confirmed their stadium where the next AFCON 2021 qualifiers will be played. Samuel Ogbedmudia Stadium, Benin City, will host Nigeria versus Sierra Leone. And also Rahman, he is with the under-23s, relegated with the under-23s of Chelsea, and now looking for a way out of the club, at least in the January transfer window. So that has been it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day. Have a great week.